Of corruption tied in with loans. Gentlemen, have a listen to this school of thought. And I quote, "Let us get one thing clear on the China loans and why Africa politicians are madly in love. Due to legislation, American and the EU companies cannot bribe or give 10% kickbacks when tenders are awarded. Chinese government, who are state-owned, give 10 to 30% bribe once a tender is rewarded." Honorable Kipruto.
Yeah, that explains why we are launching projects every other day. And when I talk about that, really, you get annoyed to realize that, as I've said, there are many bending bills to many contractors. What does it do to the economy? It makes the economy shrink. And that's why you realize many people are being laid off, whether it is in the agriculture sector, Kenya Airways, Uchumi, and many other places. It means the economy is shrinking. Number two, it is important also for one to realize in China, while it is official for them to give kickbacks, corruption in their own land is the sanctions are very punitive. And therefore, we must have the same punitive measures here, so that if an individual does get involved in some of these corrupt deals, he should be sanctioned in a good way. But remember, Africa, we still run the risk that when you steal from government and you bring back money to our homes, and you are one of us, you are not going to be... There is research that in Africa, there is no correlation between corrupt leaders and popular leaders.
Right.
You can be as corrupt as anything, but your backyard will still say you are the hero, because you are stealing from the government, which is alien from the hearts of the people. Many Kenyans have not understood that the government belongs to them. And if one steals from government, is stealing from the nation and is stealing from me as an individual.
Exactly. And speaking of the same thing, what I want to get your comments before we go on break. Yes. Central Bank of Kenya has fined 5 banks, the likes of KCB Cooperative, DTB, Standard Chartered, and Equity, in regards to failing to mention illegal trading or transactions of people within the NYS come to. This amounts to about 392.5 million Kenyan shillings. This is in their wake as we continue to fight corruption. I would just love to hear your thoughts on this. Given that these are 5 banks, and not just small banks. These are quite big, influential banks within the banking sector, within the finance sector here in Kenya.
One thing which is very clear is that you cannot steal money from the consolidated bank fund unless it goes through the banks, and it goes through many people and is authorized by government. That is obvious. There is no money from the consolidated fund that is being carried around in bags. So what the Central Bank of Kenya has done is good, is mild but good. If they are serious, then you would have seen a situation where the licenses are withdrawn. That's when they say, no, we are going down. But when you steal 100 million, then you are asked to release 10 million. You say hallelujah, and it continues. They know this, they continue to do this. So I think that it's a step in the right direction. It's a mild step. There are some banks, if you look at the theft, the NYS theft, it's not once, it is not twice, they have been involved in it. They should have come out and taken the license of at least one bank. And they say, now, you do this again, we will do it to you. Then they are online. Then it becomes difficult to pilfer money from the consolidated fund. Just allow me to comment on this thing. Chinese give bribes.
Go ahead.
The Chinese are in business. So they come to your market and say, how do you do business in your market? In your market, we'll give you loan, and then we'll have project, and then we'll give you 10%. It is us who tell them that we take 10% or 30% privately for the individual. It is us who tell them.
So they found a culture already in existence.
Then they know that if you try to do that, they'll kill you.
In their own country.
In their own country, you do it. But us, because they want our resources, they want our ivory, they want to kill our animals, and they want to come in. And how do they come in and say, we will allow you, we'll give you this tender, you give us 10%. The problem, therefore, is we have to look inside and change. It is our leaders who look inside and change to stop it.